Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Griffith Gymnasium. And we are here tonight for the boys basketball District 2 for a quarterfinal round game between the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers and the Moriarty Fightin' Pintos. Pintos coming up from Moriarty, and the Pintos here advanced last night in the tournament. The Pintos pulled off an upset. The fifth seeded Pintos topping the fourth seeded Milwaukee Valley Elks 53-50 in Hakona last night. And so the Pintos advanced to play in this contest this evening. This is Mike Mays, and you're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post coverage of a Hilltopper boys basketball. It is the District 2 4A tournament. The Toppers are the number 3 seed in the tournament. The winner of tonight's game will advance to Thursday night's contest, where they will face the district runner-up, the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. A lot going on here in the district boys and girls basketball tournaments. As you heard here last night, the Hilltopper girls took on the Piedra Vista Panthers, the Milwaukee Valley Elks. I annotate both of these teams PV. I probably should stop doing that. But they took on the Milwaukee Valley Elks last night. The Elkettes last night in Espanola, and the Elkettes won a solid victory, coming back from a 13-point second half deficit to win that one. And the Elkettes clinched the number 1 seed and the regular season district title with that victory. In that playoff game, the Hilltopper girls fell to second place in the district standings, but they will host on Thursday night, and they will take on the winner of a contest tonight between Taos and Espanola Valley. That's going on right now, or will be soon, in Espanola Valley in girls basketball. Task in hand tonight, though, the Toppers taking on the Moriarty Pintos in boys basketball. The Toppers are 2-0 this season against the Pintos. Checking out how the Toppers actually opened up the district season taking on the Pintos. That was all the way back on January the 23rd. Los Alamos won that game here in Griffith Gymnasium. The final there was 66-53. Solid victory for Los Alamos in that one. Then on February 9th, the Toppers and Pintos faced off again, this time in Moriarty. And the Toppers came away with an 11-point victory, 58-47. As any coach will tell you, however, it is very difficult to beat a team 3 times in the same season. Toppers are hoping that is not the case tonight, and they would love to have another shot at Espanola Valley. The Toppers and Espanola Valley, by the way, split their 2 regular season contests. So this is a district tournament game. The winner goes on, the loser goes home. So we'll have a little bit more to talk about, but we're just about ready to get our national anthem. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back. You're listening to Hilltopper Boys Basketball on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. And welcome back to Griffith Gymnasium. The Toppers take on the Moriarty Pintos in the quarterfinal round of the District 2 4A tournament. And we're introducing the teams right now. The Pintos will start Aiden Pacheco, a 6'2 junior, as well as Evan Pacheco, a 5'9 sophomore. Jordan Brown, a 5'11 junior.
Nico Garcia.
Jakeem Graham, a 6'4 senior. And I'm sorry I missed somebody, but starting for the Toppers tonight will be Nico Garcia, Luke Archuleta, Lan Frazier, Ethan Mondragon, and Josiah Fresquez, the regular starting five for the Toppers. By the way, Josiah Fresquez closing in on the 1,000-point career mark for Los Alamos. Just a few points away, and he very well could get that tonight. Josiah, of course, has been a rock for the Toppers for his entire career, and just a junior. So even if he doesn't get it tonight, he will get the opportunity to get it again next year. But we're ready for the tip. Frazier going to jump against Graham. Toppers control the tip. That is run down by Ethan Mondragon. And we are underway here in this quarterfinal round. Loser goes home. The winner goes to take on Espanola Valley. And immediately off the window, Nico Garcia in the low post. Nice quick turnaround, and that is good for 2 points. 2-0 in favor of Los Alamos immediately. And nearly losing the ball, but the ball slipped through 3 or 4 people and went to Jakeem Graham. Graham picked it up and lays it in to tie the score at 2, just underway here at Griffith Gymnasium. Toppers with the ball, getting the ball into Garcia. Now he's going to flip it off back to Frazier. And Frazier with a 3-point miss, but there on the backside is Nico Garcia for the rebound and the putback. 4-2 ball game. 1 minute in, and Ethan Mondragon immediately with the strip bounces it over to Josiah Fresquez. Fresquez loses the handle on that. He was able to strip it away from Aiden Pacheco. So good play by Mondragon, but Toppers unable to cash in. Pinto's coming back the other way. Pinto's in all green tonight with a white trim. They're going to be moving from left to right in this first half. Toppers in their home whites with green trim, and they will be moving from right to left. Fresquez with the ball. He's going to dish it off to Nico Garcia. Garcia with his patented pistol shot from the hip. And 3-pointer, but that is off. And Moriarty picks up the rebound. Aiden Pacheco with the ball gets it over to Graham. Graham now dishes it off in the wing. Not much going on for the Pintos there. They're going to reset with Pacheco up top. Then a quick throw out to the left. 3-pointer by Jordan Brown is off. And that is picked off. The other starter that I'm sorry I missed for the Pintos, Isaiah Quintana, is a 6'1 senior. Toppers going back the other way off the rebound, but they will lose it out of bounds. 5:40 remaining, 4-2 ball game. Toppers up by a bucket here early. Moriarty moving from left to right, skip pass over to the right wing to Aiden Pacheco. Pacheco working against Lan Frazier. Toppers in the 2-3 zone to start things off now. Luke Archuleta trying to move past a screen to pick up Jakeem Graham, but Archuleta bumps into Graham on the way over. We're going to get a foul on Archuleta. That's his first team foul of this game. 5:15 remaining in this first quarter. Pintos with the ball. Graham near the free throw line trying to make a move on to Archuleta. Good defense there. Now dish off to Pacheco. Pacheco on the right wing. He's going to take a 3. That's off. Toppers coming back the other way on a fast break attempt. And Nico Garcia, he scoops it in off the window. great execution of the fast break there by Los Alamos. They go up 6-2, 4:45 left. And Mondragon with another steal, his second of the ball game. Mondragon coming back the other way. Toppers moving from right to left. Gets it over to Fresquez. Fresquez looking for a shot. Can't find one. Gets it back to Garcia. Garcia going with a left hand and tries to go off the window. That is off, but he is going to draw contact. And early foul going to Evan Pacheco, a 5'9" sophomore, on the body. So Garcia will go to the line to shoot two. Toppers up by 4, 6-2. Nico Garcia's first shot is short. And subbing in, Ben McBride. He's going to take over for Archuleta down low. Second shot coming up for Nico Garcia. He's already got a couple of buckets in this ball game. His second shot is up, and it is good. 7-2 ball game in favor of Los Alamos. Toppers, like I said, have won both of their games against Moriarty this season by double-digit figures. 4:15 left in this first quarter. Toppers up by 5. The Pintos moving the ball around the perimeter. Finally, Pacheco gets a screen, tries to use it. He's going to draw contact heading to the basket from the left side. And that foul going to go to Ethan Mondragon. That is his second topper team foul, excuse me. Archuleta picked one up earlier. 4:06 remaining, but wow, Pacheco is going to go to the line for a shooting foul. That did not look like a shooting foul to me. Looked like that was on the floor, but in any event, he will go to the line. His first shot is short. He will get one more attempt from the foul line. That is up, and that is good. 7-3 ball game now. Toppers up by 4. Right at the halfway mark of this first quarter. Fresquez with the ball for Los Alamos. Gives it up to Mondragon. Mondragon trying to make a move. Gets over to Frazier, and Frazier dumps it down low to Garcia. Garcia is going to go in on the left side, and he is going to pick up a foul once again, and that's going to go to Pacheco. That is his first, and that's going to send Nico back to the foul line. He's 1 for 2 so far. Garcia has all 7 points for Los Alamos. His first shot is up. His first shot is off. But his second shot is up and good. That is 8 points for Nico Garcia already at the 3:45 mark of this first quarter. Winner go home tonight, and we're going to have nice ball movement by the Pintos. They found Isaiah Quintana down low on the left side, and he draws contact. And that's going to go to Ben McBride. That is his first. He got him on the arm. So Quintana will shoot 2. 5-point lead for Los Alamos. Now a 4-point lead after a nice free throw by Isaiah Quintana. That is Quintana's first points of the night. And second shot up, and that's off the back iron. Toppers do get the rebound. It hops over to Mondragon. Mondragon looking for Fresquez, and Fresquez quickly back to McBride, the trailer on the fast break, and he puts it in for 2. Assist to Josiah Fresquez. Very, very nice execution. A couple of nice transition buckets. Toppers have another chance for a third as the Pintos are off, but Mondragon with a rebound. He's going to slow things up. Actually, probably a good idea. The Pintos looked like they were going to get back on defense pretty well. Under 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Toppers up 10-4. And an alley-oop from Fresquez to McBride. McBride tips it in. Almost flush, but not quite. But McBride able to tip it in. 12-4 ball game. Toppers up by 8 early. 2:40 to play in this first quarter. Aiden Pacheco, his three-pointer is off, and I think we're going to get a foul on the rebound. We are. That's going to go to Jordan Brown. 5'11" junior, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. And I believe that is going to be a 30 taken by the Pintos. Caleb Encinas, the head coach of the Pintos, wants to talk things over before things get a little too far out of hand. So the Tommers coming into tonight's contest with a record of 9-16 overall. They were 4-4 during the district season, knocked off Moriarty, Pewaukee Valley, and Espanola Valley during the regular district season. Moriarty just finished 1-7. That was a victory over Pewaukee Valley during the regular season. And that was about it. Pintos, when they're going, are actually not bad. Now, nice give and go. McBride finds cutting Nico Garcia down the baseline and in off the window for two. 14-4. Tommers lead by 10. Their biggest lead of this contest. 2:05 to play in the first quarter. Jordan Brown working on Mondragon. Pintos working the ball around the perimeter. Aiden Pacheco lost it momentarily, picked it up, and that was actually worked out well in his favor. Tommers going for the ball. They kind of lost track of where Aiden Pacheco was. He was able to split two defenders and put it in for two. 8-point ball game, 14-6. The Toppers. And in the right corner, Nico Garcia with his hip shot, and that is good. That puts the Toppers up by 11 with under a minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. And Lion Frazier with the interception coming back the other way, and he drops it in for two. Caleb Encinas is incensed. After that, the Toppers now lead by 13, but he jumped right off the bench. And handoff goes to Jordan Brown. Brown on the left side puts one up. That is off. Fresquez with a rebound. Now Fresquez loses that back the other way is Pacheco, and Pacheco is going to put it in with the left hand uncontested. 19-8 with 45 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Mondragon with the ball. See if the Toppers want to hold this for one shot or not. They do not appear to be in any particular hurry right now. Fresquez with the ball is going to give it up to Nico Garcia. Nico has a fair, almost all of the Topper points so far. 19-8 ball game, 15 seconds remaining. Garcia one-on-one isolated against Pacheco. Now gets a screen from Ben McBride. The ball knocked away momentarily. Garcia gets it. Now McBride going to put up a desperation three, and that is off and just in front of the buzzer. So McBride not able to capitalize. Tommers not able to capitalize on that last possession, but have a big first quarter. They lead 19-8 after one quarter of play. So very efficient quarter for the Toppers. Nico Garcia off to a very hot start here at the beginning of this ball game. So Moriarty didn't get a whole lot of great looks, did get a couple of layups in that first quarter, but offense a little hard to come by for the Pintos. Good job on the defensive end by Los Alamos. And Ethan Mondragon with a couple of steals and just some solid play. Luke Archuleta, who went to the bench early, but is with a foul. He is, well, I guess he's still going to be on the bench going into the second quarter. McBride coming in. McBride had a couple of good games toward the end of the regular season and saw a lot more playing time than usual. And McBride with a couple of defensive plays as well. So Los Alamos looked very good on that end of the court. Second quarter gets going. The Pintos will inbound it. Down by 11. Pintos moving from left to right. Another pick off. Nico Garcia intercepts the pass. 3-on-1 break for Los Alamos. Not a good pass there by Nico. They do get a three-pointer from Land Frazier, who was open, but that is off. 7:40 remaining. Toppers had a 3-on-1 break, but he is a pass over to Mondragon on the right side. It was just kind of a finger roll pass. Took forever to get there, and Moriarty was able to recover on defense. 7:35 remaining. Toppers up by 11. Jordan Brown with the ball. Trying to make a move is Brown. And that is against Dylan Baca, who has just checked into the game. And then Pacheco got a nice screen, and then a roll from Isaiah Quintana, and looked like a clean block there from Mondragon, or actually from McBride, but I thought they were going to call it on McBride. They did not call it on McBride. They called the foul on Ethan Mondragon, who got Quintana on the elbow. His first shot is up. His first shot is good from the foul line. 7:17 remaining, just underway here in the second quarter. Quintana at the free throw line for shot number 2, and that is good. Quintana 3 for 4 from the foul line. Lazy pass from Fresquez to Garcia, nearly picked off, but Garcia throws up a runner on the other end. That is off. Pintos quickly back. Los Alamos recovers. Good transition defense by Land Frazier. And Pintos with the ball. And quick shot by Evan Pacheco is off. Rebound goes to Fresquez. Toppers back the other way. Nico Garcia gives it up to Fresquez. Toppers wanted to run, but the Pintos recovered pretty well. Now Fresquez penetrates, and he kicks it out to Land Frazier on the right side, and Frazier's three-pointer is good. So good penetration there by Fresquez, and then kicked it out to the right side. And sure shot there by Land Frazier. 22-10 in favor of Los Alamos. Under just a little over 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. So we're going to have a foul on the floor. And that is going to go to Fresquez. That is his first team foul. And on the foul on the floor, the Pintos will throw it in. Aiden Pacheco with the ball. As the Pintos working around the perimeter a little bit, trying to get in, and just checking into the ball game is Jonathan Buchelman, a 6'7" senior for the Pintos. He does not start for the Pintos, however. And we're going to have a foul. And there was actually a good layup by the Pintos, but they're going to call that foul on the floor. That's going to go to Dylan Baca. His first. That is the fourth team foul, by the way, already on Los Alamos. Another one, and the Pintos will shoot the other way. And a nice take by Aiden Pacheco. He gets the finger roll, and he gets it in. 22-12. A very, very quick first step there from Pacheco coming off of the left side. Toppers up by 10. 5:20 remaining, and we're going to have a moving screen, and that is going to be called on Luke Archuleta. And that Archuleta just checked back into the ball game, but he quickly picks up his second foul. And he's going to go back to the bench. I'll set the topper lineup for you in just a second. Isaiah Quintana with the ball, flips it over to Jordan Brown. Now Brown over to Buchelman. Buchelman cannot make a move on Ben McBride. Aiden Pacheco lines up for three. He puts it up. A good look, but he can't get it to fall. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Nico Garcia with the ball. Also on the floor for Los Alamos, Josiah Fresquez, Ben McBride, Dylan Baca, and Land Frazier. Frazier with the ball now in the corner, puts up another three, halfway down, but it won't go. Offensive rebound by McBride. His putback, however, is off. 22-12. Under 4.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. And, oh, nice block there by McBride. Quintana got loose near the basket, but McBride able to get a finger on it and knock it away. Topper's coming back the other way. And we're going to have a reaching foul. That's going to go to Quintana. That is his first. That was the first team foul on the Pintos in this quarter. So Toppers with the ball. Toppers, by the way, are in or have committed 5 fouls. So the Pintos are in the bonus, and they will be for more than half the quarter as we are just approaching the 4-minute mark of this second quarter. Nico Garcia step back after a nice dribble. His three-pointer, however, is off. And that rebound goes to the Pintos. Aiden Pacheco walks it up the floor and hands the ball off to Evan Pacheco. So a whole lot of standing around right now by the Pintos. Pacheco's having to do most of the work. And Pacheco takes a step into the lane, puts up a jump shot and gets the roll, a 360 around the rim, but he does get it to fall. 22-14. Moriarty cutting the lead back down to single digits. It's been a while since the Toppers have gotten on the board. Nico Garcia with the layup attempt. That is too hard off the glass. Moriarty with the ball. Chance to cut into the lead even further. And oh, nice tap away by Ben McBride, but it goes right back to the Pintos. And then Pacheco trying to go underneath the basket for a layup that is off. Toppers trying to start a break on the other side, but Josiah Fresquez catches the ball, takes an extra step, and he is called for the travel. 2:49 remaining as the Pintos get possession back, and they are down by 8. So nice pick by Graham. Graham on the pick and roll, and he moves into the low block and puts in a baby hook. That is good. 22-16. Pintos have cut the Topper lead to 6 with under 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Now Mondragon trying to make a move, but he is bumped on the floor. And that's going to go to Jordan Brown. That is Brown's second. And 2-team fouls so far on the Pintos in this quarter. Toppers will inbound it to Land Frazier near the top of the key. Then they're going to give it up. And they're going to get up to Isaac Manzanares, who has just checked in the game. We don't see a whole lot of Isaac. Isaac is junior. Toppers lose the ball out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Moriarty Pintos. Pintos moving from left to right here. We're going to switch sides, of course, in the second half. But Aiden Pacheco walking it up, no pressure being put on by Los Alamos. Los Alamos now in a man-to-man defense. And Garcia on Pacheco. And we're going to have, well, I think we're going to have a, I think we have a moving screen called on the Pintos. And that is going to go, I'm not sure where that went to. Let's see. They have on the board Abraham Tapia. He's a senior guard. First time we've seen Abraham, and he immediately retreats to the bench. Toppers with the ball. Skip pass is picked off by Graham. Graham and McBride about the same height, right around 6'5". Graham gives a screen to Pacheco, and another pick and roll, and another layup for Graham. And for Graham, that is 6 points on the game. He's the leading scorer for Moriarty. That is actually not true. Fresquez tries to go off the window a little too hard. The tip-in attempt by McBride is off. Pinto's coming back the other way. 1 minute remaining in the quarter. Pinto's Evan Pacheco trying to make a move on the left side, but he loses the handle. They're going to say it was off Los Alamos as he went to the rack. 57 seconds remaining. Pintos will inbound it. Isaiah Quintana trying to work against Garcia. Flips it over to Aiden Pacheco. Pacheco bounces it off his foot. Ball goes to Garcia, and Garcia coast to coast all the way the other way. Nico Garcia with the right-handed layup. That is his 15th point of this game. He is far and away the leading scorer in this contest. 15 points for Nico Garcia. 25 seconds remaining, and the Pintos are going to lose it. McBride picks it up. Toppers immediately back the other way. Garcia gets the ball, a nice bounce pass across the lane. I think that was Lan Frazier who gave it to him. And he is going to be fouled, but he is going to go to the foul line. He almost converted off of the foul, but it would not go. 16 seconds remaining, 24-18. Toppers up by 6. Now the Toppers up by 7. Toppers led by as many as 12 in this quarter, with Garcia awaiting his second shot. 25-18 in favor of Los Alamos. His second shot is up. His second shot is good. Manzanares checks back into the ball game. He's going to place Mondragon in his final 15 seconds of the quarter. 26-18, 8-point lead for Los Alamos. Pacheco gets a screen up top, but tried to do a jump stop, and he took a little extra bunny hop there, so he's going to get called for the travel. Good call. 6 seconds remaining, and Toppers get it to Fresquez. Fresquez just inside the three-point line. His jumper is good. Just ahead of the buzzer. His first bucket of this contest. So Fresquez on the board, and the Toppers lead it by 10 after one half of play. 28-18. You are listening to the District 2 for a quarterfinal round here at Griffith Gymnasium. Toppers came up with 9 points in that second quarter. The Pintos came up with 10 points, but trail by 10. So Pintos actually got a couple of nice buckets there. Jakeem Graham was able to put in a couple of nice buckets for the Pintos, but generally speaking, offense has been a little hard to come by for the Pintos this evening. Did score 8 points in that first quarter and then put up 10 in the second quarter. So for the Toppers, Nico Garcia, it has been his ball game so far. He has 17 points in the ball game, and far and away the leading scorer out of everybody. So the winner tonight moves on to play Espanola Valley in the second round of the District 2 4A, and the third round, of the District 2 4A tournament. And the winner of that game will advance to take on the Taos Tigers in the district tournament championship game this weekend. On the girls' side, Los Alamos will host on Thursday night the winner of tonight's game between Espanola Valley and, let's see, who is Espanola Valley playing? They're playing Taos this evening. In girls basketball, in District 2 4A girls basketball, Taos knocked off Moriarty rather handily on Monday night. That score was 44-20. So the Pintos season is done. Pintos kind of struggled this year, which was a little bit unfortunate to see. We watched the Pintos, and the one thing about the Pintos, I think you can say top to bottom, they play very, very hard. And a couple of years ago, they had a tiny, tiny roster. None of the starters, I believe, were over 5'4", but they were very quick. They were very good shooters, and all of them hustled. Top to bottom, they were all hustlers, and they were not going to be outworked by anybody. And they had some success doing that. Unfortunately, the Pinto girls just could not put anything together this year. So they are out of the tournament. And Espanola and Valley and Taos taking on one another tonight in the Valley. Winner of that game will play the Los Alamos girls on Thursday here at Griffith Gymnasium. Pewaukee Valley, who prevailed last night at Edward Medina Gymnasium in Espanola in a one-game neutral site playoff, will await the last team standing in District 2-4A. By the way, with that victory last night, the Elkettes officially clinched a state tournament playoff berth. The Toppers have not clinched, but I like their odds to get an at-large bid. So 6.5 minutes, and we will be back in just a moment. This is Mike Mays. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel and coverage of Hilltopper boys basketball. Stick around. We're back here live at Griffith Gymnasium about 2 minutes before the start of the second half. Toppers up by 10, 28-18. And boy, they're playing all the top 40 hits tonight. The Who and now Criss Cross. So I guess they have a minimum song age of about 50 here tonight. But in any event, the Toppers up handily over the Pintos. Nico Garcia, the big story of that first half. Huge contest so far for Nico Garcia. And just got word from the scorers table. Josiah Fresquez is 2 points away from joining the 1,000 point club in his high school career, and there are not a ton of toppers that have reached that height. But Fresquez knocking on the door. Fresquez hit a jumper late in the first half. That was actually his only bucket of that first half, and that coming with about 3 seconds left. So he is now on 998 points. So he is right there. And we're waiting for him to see if maybe they'll stop the game momentarily for him if he reached the 1,000-point mark. So for the Pintos just didn't get a whole lot of offense generated in that first half. And a couple of turnovers. Toppers playing very, very good defense early in this contest. See if they can keep it up here for the second half. Toppers will start in the second half, their original starting five. Fresquez, Mondragon, Luke Archuleta, Lan Frazier, and Nico Garcia. We are underway here as the Toppers throw it in. Garcia gets it over to Fresquez. Fresquez, three-pointer is off, just off. And rebound goes to the Pintos. Pintos down by 10 here. They're moving from right to left. And another pickoff by Mondragon, his third steal of the night. Coming back the other way is Fresquez. Fresquez gonna dish it off. And then ball is lost, and Luke Archuleta looked like he might have gotten poked in the eye. He is slow coming back. And we're going to have a stoppage of play, and Archuleta holding his nose now. He might be bleeding. Let's see. If he is bleeding, he's got to go. He's got to leave the floor, and it appears that he is. And so that is Archuleta being tended to. McBride going to check back in here just 43 seconds into this second half. 28-18, Toppers by 10. DJ Bustos kind of jawed at the official a little bit, and I think the official gave him a warning. DJ Bustos, head coach of the Toppers, and they were both a little steamed walking away from the Topper bench. We'll keep an eye on Archuleta. Meanwhile, Fresquez puts up a wild jump shot. He cannot get that to go. That is short. Been a little slim pickings for Fresquez trying to reach that 1,000-point mark. I wonder if that's not nerves, because he has been solid this entire season. Picked up, was the Toppers' leading scorer actually throughout the season. And meanwhile, the Pintos, Joaquin Graham takes a short jumper. That is contested. That is off. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Mondragon with the ball. Toppers getting the rebound. Back to Fresquez. Fresquez trying to make a move. And can't make a move on Brown. Finally kicks it back out to Mondragon. Mondragon near the top of the key is off. And we're going to have a over the back call on McBride. McBride trying to tip the ball back to one of his teammates, but clearly went over the back, and that is his third foul. So Archuleta with 2 fouls and a sore nose, and now McBride with 3 fouls. So the Pintos actually the taller of the two teams here tonight, but have not been able to take advantage of it. McBride, has been playing excellent defense. And Isaiah Quintana with the ball and throws it into. There were 6 or 7 Pintos who were wide open. Unfortunately, they were sitting on the bench, but he found them. So that'll be a turnover. And Moriarty going to call it second timeout of this contest. That is a 30-second timeout. Pintos took one in the first half. Early in the first quarter, as a matter of fact, after the Toppers jumped out to a 7-1 lead. And this is the 32nd timeout. Toppers have all 5, and Toppers have been in pretty well in control throughout most of this contest. Toppers led by as many as 12 in that second quarter. The Pintos went on a little bit of a run, actually cut the lead down to 6 via an 8-2 surge, but that was about it. That has been the vast majority of the Pintos' really, really good offense tonight. So Toppers will inbound it off the turnover. Fresquez with the ball. Going to give it back to Mondragon. Under 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Neither team has scored in the first 2:15 of this quarter. Fresquez with the ball. He's going to lose it on the floor and then gets it right back. I don't know how he did that, but he's going to get called for a travel. I did not see that one, but Fresquez not doing a whole lot of arguing. 5.5 minutes remaining. Neither team, like I said, has scored so far in this quarter. Pintos, you put a run together and get right back in this ball game, and that'll get things going. Aiden Pacheco on the right wing for 3. Toppers coming back. Toppers moving from left to right in this second quarter. Fresquez hands the ball off to Archuleta, gets it immediately back. 28-21. Toppers up by 7. Now Fresquez with a long 3, but that was off, but that was going to get waved off. We had a moving screen call, and I think that was on Luke Archuleta, and that's going to be his 3rd. So both Topper big men, Archuleta and McBride, now with 3 fouls, and we got a long way to go here. Pinto's trying to get back in this ball game. If they can, well, I was going to say if they can do something on this possession, they'll be right back in it. But instead, I think that was Quintana, threw it to the back wall, which was wide open. Turnover goes back to Los Alamos. Under 5 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Toppers have not scored yet. And Nico Garcia to the rack. He is going to get fouled before he can get the shot off. And I think that's going to go to Aiden Pacheco. It will. That is the second that is the first team foul, of this quarter. But that's going to send Garcia to the line. 4:42 remaining. The Toppers lead by a touchdown, 28-21. And Garcia at the line. His first shot is off the front iron. Trying to get the Toppers on the board here in this quarter. His second shot is good. 29-21. Toppers lead by 8. Big possession for both teams here. And Brown with the ball. And he's going to go straight from the left side right to the glass. Really, nobody picked him up. And he scores an easy 2-point bucket, 29-23. Pinto's getting back into this contest. Toppers have been a little quiet on offense. That might get them going. Ethan Mondragon from the left side, and he puts it in for 3. Toppers now back up by 9, 32-23. Nice three-pointer from Mondragon halfway through the third quarter. And Pacheco's going to get called for an offensive foul. They're going to say he used his forearm to gain leverage. I think that was against Mondragon. And that is going to go to Pacheco. That is his 3rd. So the Toppers get the ball back up by 9. So going to try to put a little bit more breathing room between them, and Garcia with an open 3 at the top of the key, and he drills it. 35-23, Toppers up by 12, tying their biggest lead of the game after the Pinto's able to cut it to 6. 3:25 remaining in the third quarter, and Garcia is on fire, 21 points. So he has scored 3 touchdowns for the Toppers, and Graham going to the rack, and he's going to make it, and he's going to get fouled. I think that's going to go to Frazier, and Frazier caught him on the body. So Graham will go to the line.
13.
So
For
Graham, that is 8 points on the night for him. Aiden Pacheco leads the Pintos, by the way, with 12 points. So Graham with his and one free throw. That's up. That is off. And fight for the rebound. That is a jump ball between Archuleta and, let's see, that was Ray Schmutz, who had just checked in. He is a 6-foot junior. So Schmutz, I imagine he is related to Rue Schmutz. Very, very colorful girls basketball player for the Pintos a couple of years ago. Pintos going to inbound it underneath their own basket. Wide open layup by Pacheco, but that is off. A 3-pointer attempt off of the offensive rebound. And we're going to have a push underneath the basket, but Evan Pacheco, golden opportunity to cut the lead down to 8. Could not get the roll. He was wide open, cutting a straight down Broadway, but could not finish. 2:55 remaining, 35-25. And off the window, a little alley-oop. That is off, going from Fresquez to McBride. And not very well timed there, unfortunately. Toppers still up by 10, under 3 minutes to play. Brown going to find Schmutz cutting to the basket. Schmutz is going to be fouled. That might go to Garcia. Let's see. That will go to Garcia. And that is the 5th team foul on Los Alamos. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout called by DJ Bustos. Bustos not crazy about what he's seeing out of his team.
30-second timeout.
So 3-pointer by Garcia. But other than that, the offense a little hard to come by in this third quarter for Los Alamos. Still lead by 10. The Pintos rallied a little bit earlier in the quarter, actually cut the lead to 6, but Los Alamos, with a couple of buckets, pushed it back to 10 points. Actually pushed it up to 12 points earlier in this quarter. So not a very high-scoring ball game, 35-25. Toppers have had some timely buckets. Those have been few and far between for the Pintos. They did blow a big layup chance just a couple of minutes ago. But Schmutz going to go to the foul line to shoot 2 off of the timeout. His first shot is up. His first shot is not good. In any respect, was that a good shot? But Schmutz's second shot is up, and nothing but cord on that one. I'm not sure what happened on that first free throw. 35-26 in favor of Los Alamos over the Moriarty Pintos. Winner moves on to play Espanola Valley on Thursday. Loser, their season is over. 2:20 remaining. And Fresquez trying to make a move. Boy, nothing. Jordan Brown, nice defense on Josiah Fresquez. Fresquez puts up a turnaround jumper. It goes. And he is going to draw contact as well against Brown. And you're hearing the cheers. Josiah Fresquez has just surpassed the 1,000-point mark in his career and has a chance for 1,001 here with this. And he does. He converts the and one. 2:05 remaining. Congratulations to Josiah, the newest topper member of the 1,000-point club. And well deserved for the junior. Meanwhile, 38-26, Toppers take a 12-point lead that matches their biggest lead of the contest. And they get the ball back off of a Moriarty turnover. And Fresquez trying to make a move on Brown. Fresquez bounces out, trying to find McBride. Nobody home. Moriarty coming back the other way. Moriarty moving right to left. Kick it over to Brown in the corner. Brown's three-pointer is off, and that is going to slide out of bounds. And Buchelman checking back in the game is 6'7" senior for the Pintos. Tall kid, but you don't see a whole lot of action from him. They're not even guarding him very much. So Fresquez with the ball. He's going to go to the rack. That is a little off. 38-26. Josiah Fresquez, the newest member of the Topper 1,000 Point Club. Another steal by Mondragon coming back the other way, and he's going to take it to the hole. Cannot finish, but he gets his own rebound. Bounces over, but that is picked off. That is the fourth steal of the game, by the way, by Mondragon. He's been an absolute menace on defense tonight. Under a minute left, the Toppers up by 12. Buchelman with the ball near the top of the key, gives it up to Aiden Pacheco. Back to Ethan Pacheco, now to Schmutz under the low block, and he's going to put it in for two, and he's going to draw contact, and I think that's going to go to McBride. That will go to Ben McBride, and that is his fourth personal foul. So the Toppers running out of options. They're going to go to the bench, and Diego Garcia going to come in, number 44. And like I said, Toppers kind of running out of options under the blow block. And the and one attempt is off, but Garcia with the rebound. Now Nico Garcia with the ball, and he's going to get called for a push off against Schmutz. And no doubt about that one. That one was easy. So offensive foul, and that will turn the ball back over to the Pintos. Pintos down by 10, 31 seconds remaining. But they can cut it down to 8 here, or possibly less with this possession. See what the Pintos want to do. Looks like they'll be playing for one shot. 18 seconds remaining in the quarter. Buchelman near the timeline with the ball, the 6'7" senior. Now 10 seconds remaining. Aiden Pacheco working on Fresquez. 5 seconds remaining. And Pacheco turns the corner, puts up a short jumper that is off. And the Toppers hold on to a 10-point lead. So after 3 quarters of play, 38-28 in favor of Los Alamos. Both teams coming up with 10 points in that quarter. Big news of that third quarter, though. Josiah Fresquez, the newest member of the Topper 1,000-point club. So congratulations to Josiah. Very, very exciting player. It's been a little bit of a rough go for him tonight, but he has officially 1,001 career points after a 3-point play earlier in the third quarter. So, like I said, this is a single elimination tournament. The winner goes on, the loser goes home. Espanola Valley awaiting the winner of tonight's game. Toppers split with Espanola Valley this season, including a pretty nice win for them about 2 weeks ago here at Griffith Gymnasium. But Sun Devils took it to the Taos Tigers on Friday night in regular district play. That forced a 1-game playoff, and the Tigers took it to Espanola Valley last night to earn the number 1 seed and a trip to the state tournament. It's going to be interesting in District 2 4A boys basketball. Outside of Taos, and no team has really shown that they are above and beyond anybody else. And even Espanola Valley, who the selection committee will get into the boys tournament, if at all possible, has not really established themselves as a playoff team this year. So we'll see if Espanola Valley does not win the district tournament, as the Pintos come up with a bucket and cut the lead down to 8. We'll see if the Sun Devils are able to get in. Nico Garcia for a 3 off the top of the key. That is off. 7:10 remaining. 38-30 ball game. The Pintos with the ball moving from right to left. Big possession again for both teams. If the Pintos can score, this is anybody's ball game at this point. But plenty of time left. Graham and Pacheco. Lan Frazier steals it from Pacheco. Goes up. Looks like he drew contact. Nothing called. That shot was off. But Garcia back the other way, and he draws contact. That is called. And that's going to go to Jakeem Graham, I believe. That is just his first foul for the big man. So that is going to send Garcia to the free throw line. Towers up by 8 with 6 minutes and 39 seconds left. And Towers up by 9 now after a nice free throw by Nico Garcia. I believe that is 22 points now for Garcia in this ball game. And second one is up. Second one is also good. So the Toppers lead goes back to 10 points. 6.5 minutes remaining here in this ball game at Griffith Gymnasium. Schmutz, short jumper is off. And going for his own rebound, he cannot find the handle. That goes out of bounds to the Toppers. 40-30, the contest score right now. Los Alamos up. 6:15 remaining, and a little bit of a collision near the timeline. Fresquez with the ball trying to make a move on Quintana. Nothing doing. Good defense by Quintana. Now back over to Frazier, and Frazier finds Garcia open in the lane, but he cannot convert. And Pinto's back the other way. Pacheco looked like he was locked and loaded for a 3. He foregoes the 3. It was a pretty good look. And he tries to drive into the lane and takes an extra step. Turnover back to Los Alamos, under 6 minutes remaining. And we have a timeout on the floor. Toppers want a full timeout at the 5:50 mark. Toppers up by 10. Toppers have 3 timeouts remaining. Actually, both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. So the boys situation, the winner of this game will take on Espanola Valley tomorrow night, or Thursday night. And also on Thursday, the Hilltopper girls will be in action. They will take on the winner between Taos and Espanola Valley. That game is currently going on. Espanola Valley, pretty solid favorite. On the girls' side, who's actually going to get in and out of District 2 4A? The Milwaukee Valley Elkettes have already clinched their berth into the state tournament by virtue of their district regular season victory. And the Topper girls, 15-12 record, pretty solid, and a pretty solid second place finish in a competitive district. I believe the Topper girls are very likely to get an at-large bid, even if they come up a little bit short in this district tournament. I think the Toppers are a pretty good bet to get into the girls' tournament. The Topper boys, meanwhile, will probably have to win this tournament to get in. Topper boys do not have the credentials. They have 9 wins on the season, and a couple of unfortunate losses are going to be a problem. So the Toppers, wow, ball all over the place. Finally picked up by Ethan Mondragon. That hit almost all 10 players on the floor. Nico Garcia going up for a layup that is off, but the rebound goes to Luke Archuleta, who's checked back in the ball game, and his putback is good. Toppers up by 12, 42-30. 5:05 remaining, and going off the window is Jordan Brown. And that for Brown, that is 8 points in the ball game. Toppers now with the ball back the other way. Archuleta was momentarily open under the basket. His shot will not fall. 42-32. 4:40 remaining, and Pacheco going to the rack. He gets it to fall, and he is going to pick up a foul. And that foul going to Fresquez. That is his second of the ball game. So 42-34. Pacheco with a chance to cut the lead to 7. Pintos have been as close as 6 here in this second half, rather, but have not been able to get past that hump. The and one is off, but a rebound to Moriarty. A long three-pointer that is way off. Rebound goes to Mondragon. Mondragon flips it over to Fresquez. 4:25 remaining in this fourth quarter. Fresquez gets a screen, and we're going to get another moving screen from McBride. That actually looked like a pretty good screen, but McBride is rung up for his 5th personal foul. He is out of the ball game. Checking in. I'm not sure who checked in. It must have been Archuleta. Archuleta back in the ball game now. And back door wide open for the Pintos. Pacheco right there, and he cannot finish. That is his second wide open layup that he could not convert. So 42-34. Toppers with the ball. Nico Garcia working on the left side. Goes to the rack, gets the roll. 44-34. Huge night for Nico Garcia. 24 points. And then immediately back the other way is Aiden Pacheco. So that cuts it to 8. The Pintos have had a couple chances, but cannot get past that hump. And Archuleta giving Fresquez a screen, then rolling off the screen, back, no look pass from Fresquez to Archuleta. Archuleta drops it in the front of the rim. 46-36, 3:25 remaining. Three-pointer from Moriarty is off. That was Jordan Brown. Jakeem Graham with the offensive rebound. Another three-pointer that from Pacheco, and that is good. 46-39. The Pintos cut it to 7, and they take an immediate timeout. 2 left for the Pintos, 3 left for Los Alamos.
By the Pintos.
So Caleb Encinius wants to talk things over. Pintos have had some chances to get right back in this ball game, but just have not been able to convert. Toppers, I think if they get to 50, will probably be in pretty good shape, and they're just a couple of buckets away from that. 3:16 remaining in the contest. DJ Bustos talking to his team as they are huddled up in the timeout. So we're getting close to the start of the state basketball tournament. So, by the way, if you have not done so, you might want to get your tickets early. Seating at the pit is always a little dicey, so might want to take a look at that. Like I said, I think the Topper girls are a pretty good bet to get into the state tournament. Topper boys will probably have to win this tournament if they want to get in. 3:16 remaining. Toppers up by 7. 46-39. Toppers will inbound it against full court pressure. And Frazier hands it off to Mondragon, back to Frazier. Frazier breaks the timeline. And Toppers now with the ball. And looks like they're going to try to run a little bit of clock here. Mondragon with the ball way near the timeline. Flips it over to Fresquez. Under 3 minutes remaining. And Toppers are really milking the clock right now. 2:50. As throw back over to Mondragon. And then now a nice feed from Luke Archuleta to Nico Garcia. Garcia goes off the window for 2 more. 27 points for Nico Garcia. 3-pointer by the Pintos is off. Rebound goes to Archuleta. Josiah Fresquez with the ball coming back the other way. No look pass, a couple of no look passes to a wide open Archuleta at the free throw line. He puts it in for 2, 50-39. Toppers up by 11. They are in excellent shape as we approach a 2-minute mark. Jordan Brown, nice duck under move, and he is able to score the bucket 50-41. Not quite over yet, but Toppers in pretty good shape. 9-point lead with under 2 minutes to play. So the Topper is going to take a 30-second timeout. DJ Bustos wants to talk to his group. I'm sure he is telling them to be very, very smart with the ball for the last minute 52 of this contest. Not 1,000,000% over, but the Pintos were going to have to find something in a hurry. Pintos have just not been able to get on track offensively. Topper defense has looked very, very solid tonight. Topper's down to 2 timeouts. The Pintos have a 1 timeout remaining.
HD has 2 full timeouts remaining. HD with 2.
Never well scratch that. The Pintos do, in fact, have 2 timeouts remaining. 1:52 to play. Toppers, they can't inbound the ball. I'm sure will take an immediate timeout. Throw in over to Josiah Fresquez, and he went way far up to get that one. And trying to draw contact is one of the Pintos, and we do get a call. I didn't ever heard a whistle, but in any event, that is the foul call. 2 team fouls on the Pintos, and trying to get another one for the Pintos is Abraham Tapia. And Tapia, I think it's just into the ball game for no other reason than to foul as a 3rd team foul. And then Tapia runs past Josiah Fresquez. 1:35 remaining, and the Toppers just burning some clock now. Under 90 seconds to play. Mondragon with the ball, and he's going to get pushed by Jordan Brown. That is Brown's 4th. Tapia, by the way, has 4 as well. And like I said, I think he's just there to commit fouls. I don't think he's there for any other purpose right now. 1:20 remaining as Tapia trying to reach in, and he's going to run over Josiah Fresquez. And Abraham Tapia with his that is his 5th foul. He is going to go 3 quick fouls on Tapia, and so he's going to go to the bench, and his work is done. I think he was the designated fouler there for the Pintos. Caleb Encina is taking the full 30 seconds to make his decision. He's going to put back in Evan Pacheco with 1:19 remaining. And Tapia getting high fives from the bench for a job well done. So 50-41 ball game. And Fresquez at the line. And his first shot is good. 51-41. And so for Fresquez, he's going to shoot another one. And that's up. That does not fall. But the rebound by Archuleta. Archuleta goes off the window. He's going to get a foul as well. Great position there by Archuleta, boxing out on the free throw attempt. He got the rebound right under the basket, threw it straight up. It went in, and he draws the foul. Toppers up by 12. Archuleta's and one is good, and the Toppers up by 13, their biggest lead of the night. And that should pretty much do it here with 1:19 remaining. Toppers, I dare say, will move on to Thursday's semifinal round game against the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. Toppers took on the Sun Devils twice during the regular district season, and the two teams split, each winning on their home floor. So Los Alamos will take on the Sun Devils for the third time this season. So meanwhile, Topper boys will be down in Espanola on Thursday. Topper girls will be here at Griffith Gymnasium. They will take on the winner of tonight's ball game going on in Espanola between the Sun Devils and the Moriarty Pinto, not the Moriarty Pintos, excuse me, the Taos Tigers. The Topper girls losing last night in Espanola in a one-game playoff with Milwaukee Valley. Milwaukee able to pull away late after the Toppers led big in the second half. It looked like they were on the verge of running away with things, but a couple of quick buckets in the third quarter, that kind of turned the tide for the Elkettes. They were able to win, so congratulations to the Elkettes, the District 2 4A girls basketball champions for this season. Not the first district title the Elkettes have ever won, trust me. They are a pretty solid girls basketball team. Graham takes a short jumper that is off, but the rebound and the basket by Ray Schmutz. 49.5 seconds remaining. Toppers up by 11. 54-43. Ball goes out of bounds. So like I said, this will be the 10th victory of the season for the Toppers, but I got to say, unless they win this tournament, I would be very, very surprised if the Toppers were able to sneak in as an at-large team. I just do not see the Topper boys having the credentials. Nice move there by Pacheco. His short layup is off, though. And the ball goes over to Los Alamos. The Pintos, for some reason, playing full court defense. It would be very surprised if they can muster 13 points in 28 seconds after scoring 43 in 31 and a half minutes. So I'd be very surprised if they were able to do that. And so the Pintos playing tough defense, but it does not appear that they are going to foul, and the Toppers are, well, they're trying to foul, but they won't get called, and that should do it. And the Toppers will win this one 56-43 here at Griffith Gymnasium as the final buzzer sounds. So Toppers are through the quarterfinal round of the district tournament. They will take on Espanola Valley Thursday night at 6 p.m. If you want to go check that one out, the winner of that game will take on Taos for the district tournament title and a potential automatic bid into the state tournament. So the Toppers still alive, and they pick up their third victory of the season over the Pintos. All three of them have been by double digits. DJ Bustos congratulating his counterparts over in Moriarty. Huge night for Nico Garcia. Ginormous first half. He rolls to 27 points. And for the Pintos, 19 points coming from Aiden Pacheco, but not enough to keep pace with the Toppers tonight, who win this one 57-43. So we'll see how the rest of this district tournament plays out, but Tauber still have a long way to go. They're going to have to knock off two pretty solid teams in Espanola Valley and Taos on back-to-back nights to advance to the state tournament. Taubers with 10 wins, that is not usually enough to get you into the state tournament. I've been wrong before, but I think it's a bit of a stretch to see the Taubers get in based on their season credentials. So, and again, the Tauber girls will be in action on Thursday night. They will take on the winner between Espanola Valley and Taos. They are playing right now in the Valley. The Sun Devils, pretty solid favorites heading into that contest. I did not get word of a score, but we'll keep. And I'd be very surprised if that was not the Sun Devils coming out of tonight's game to face Los Alamos on Thursday. So Tauber season continues. Tauber boys season. They'll be in Espanola Valley on Thursday. And so that'll do it after knocking off the Moriarty Pintos. So I want to thank John McHale and Nate Limback for getting us on the air tonight. John McHale is a great photographer, and you saw some of his photos this evening. And thanks to Nate for his technical support. If it's up to me to figure out the technical stuff, let's just say I am not the best option. But that'll do it. Tauber's victorious. Tauber's moving on in the district tournament. So that'll do it. For John McHale and Nate Limback, this is Mike Mays from Griffith Gymnasium. Tauber's win it over the Moriarty Pintos. Good evening.